Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian and this is Smoking Hot. Today we're going to be working with a beef roast and we're going to inject it. So stand by, have some fun with this because I am. Get your beverage on because I am. And let's have a good time cooking. Come join me. Alright, so you're asking yourself, Brian, why do I want to inject the meat? Well, okay, let me tell you. What do you inject it with? First off, a little citrus is good because it's going to break down some of the connective tissues. It's the acid in there. So you could look up some recipes. It's not a big deal, but when you inject it, it's kind of like when you wrap your meat and you put all the marinade on it and you sit in the refrigerator overnight. It's to let it penetrate into the meat. We're going to do the same thing, but on a rapid fire basis. So we're going to go straight in. We're going to do a checkerboard back and forth on both sides, and we're going to go down to about midway in between. Lightly inject. You don't want to shum. Just think about the dentist. You want the dentist? No. Get some action going on in there. Let it spread out. Give it some time to go through the meat, and that's what you're doing. Is instead of marinated and have it penetrate this way, you're going in faster. At least 5 minutes before you do your smoke. Longer, better. Okay, got more time to ripple through and permeate the meat. What do you want to put in with it? Well, I'm going to show you what I put in with it. Get your favorite dry rub. All right, if you that's a good flavor. I like that one. Whatever that may be, get your favorite dry rub. And then put it through the coffee filter. Remember your old coffee filter? Okay, you could put it through. You could filter it out. Hot water, mix it, filter it through. You could do herbs. It's just so much you can do to put on in the meat. It's gonna make it better. It's gonna give it great flavor, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break down the meat, keep it tender. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Come join me. Let's have an adventure. All right, guys. So we have the Traeger all warmed up. We got it. We're going to be going at the lowest temperature this Traeger does, which is 165. We're going to do a super smoke. Now I know your Traeger may not go down that low, and that's okay. Whatever you're cooking with, that's okay. Go low. We're going to go low and slow. All right. Okay. So let's put this on. Let's see how we're doing. All right, so we got the meat on, and it's gonna go at least 3 hours, and I'm gonna keep adjusting the temperature after the first 3 hours. I have it set for 165 super smoke. After 3 hours, I'm gonna keep increasing it at about 10-15 degrees on up until the internal temperature gets to 130. Then I'm gonna pull it out, wrap it all up. I'm gonna double wrap it. I'll show you how to wrap it. Double wrap it and put it back in until the internal temperature gets up to 180, 195 if you're cutting. up to 205 if you want it just to fall apart, and you can shred it and eat it, and the juices are going to be great. We're not going to do that. I'm going to take it off actually at 190. Nice and tender, soft, but it's still going to be cuttable, easy to work with. And I'll shred another one later because I like them both ways, but this one I'm just going to be making for some sandwiches. All right, come on back. All right, so we have the temperature up where we want on the inside. It's at 130. So we're going to take it off the smoke. We're going to double wrap it. I like to double wrap it. Now, if I'm going to pour some liquid in there and kind of mix it around, use foil. I use the pink butcher paper when I'm just letting it soak in its own juices. I think it's awesome. And the flavor just tastes a little bit different for me. Just personal preference. You can use whatever you want. Because you know what? It's good food either way you look at it, right? Did you get a beverage yet? Go get your beverage. Come on, man. Let's get some beverage going. Okay, so let's wrap some up. All right, so it's back on. We're gonna crank it up to about, let's do 270. What do you think? 270 until we get that temperature up to 190. Can we do that? I think we can do that. Okay, so we have it at 190. It's been, oh my gosh, at least we started at 7-8 drinks before, but now I think it's ready. So let's pull it out. We're gonna let it sit at least a half hour. I'm gonna say at least a half hour, and then we're gonna slice it. But come on back, let's pull it out. Come on back, and we'll see how it does in a half hour. Yeah. All that sweat bleeding through here. All right. So we're gonna shut this down. It's been almost a 9-hour smoke and cook, so it's gonna be so good. All those juices from the inside coming out, the juices from the outside soaking back in. It doesn't know which way to go but flavor. This meat's been sitting up here for about a half hour. Let's take a look. Oh, that's what I expect. Ow. Ow. Oh, look at all that juices. Okay, the cook's cut. Okay, here we go. This is going to be great on sandwiches, but I'm going to eat it by itself. I mean, wow. Flavors all the way through. It's kind of like being on a roller coaster ride, and it just keeps on going, and it just keeps on, and then and then it's just, you got more, and you're like, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. It's awesome. Mm. Mm.